Hey guys, it's Esoteric Empress here. I want to talk today about self-esteem, about the notion of faking it until you make it kind of way. um, I actually recorded this video yesterday and I can't find it. I must have deleted it thinking it was just a picture or something. And it was not that long, but it was straight to the point. But I was outside and everything. But today, just said, let me just do this quickly because, it's still fresh in my mind. What is self-esteem? Faking it until you make it is not real self-esteem. Self-esteem is something that comes from within you, knowing who you are, knowing the power and strengths and gifts that you have, knowing what you have to offer to the world, knowing, you know, how wonderfully made you are, what wonderful, awesome generational line you come from, what strengths that your ancestors have, what self-esteem is all of these things. Self-esteem is the faith in knowing that you can handle things. It is knowing that you're capable of dealing with it no matter what arises, that you can do it, you can get through it. When I walk out of the house, a lot of times I always whisper a little gentle, either affirmation or prayer. I like the 23rd Psalm a lot. I like the 27th Psalm a lot. But generally, I just try to get my mind right. When I go out of the house, I don't always have on makeup and stuff like that. I try to keep myself as presentable as possible because I'm not always going to look, all dolled up and glam, but I try as best I could a lot of times. And for my videos and stuff like that, I always have on makeup for the most part, because I like to put my best foot forward. But I don't have to do that because I feel comfortable with myself. I didn't always feel like that. Growing up, I was put through the ringer, okay, for the color of my skin. Probably, let me see what else. Oh, yeah, like the ass thing back then. Well, coming from where I live, ass is something that is common, okay? And they always used to tell me I was shaped like a white girl. Like, oh, you can't, yeah, haha, she's got no ass. But the ass part was a little bit to me that because I wanted to not have an ass. I felt good like being a little shaped like a white girl because back then runway modeling was the in thing, and I wanted to be a runway model really bad. Like Naomi Campbell was my like so not having an ass was not the biggest hurt to me. Okay, I was like, good. It means I'm doing something right. But the self-esteem part, I guess maybe thinking about like, I don't know, my sisters are lighter than I am. I have two sisters. One is like, they're basically the two shades lighter than me. Like not the two shades, like I'm dark, but they'll be like, I'm like dark chocolate, like Hershey mocha, and like they're like, let's say, cappuccino and uh, uh, vanilla latte or something like that, if I could put it into an example. So, needless to say, they're lighter than I am, much lighter than I am. But our mom is my color, is my complexion. But growing up, that never bothered me, knowing that they were lighter. My stepfather is, of the lighter complexion. That never affected me. It was when I was in school that it affected me. It was my own people, my own peers of my own color that were doing the most ridiculing and, hating on my wonderful dark skin, my melanin blessing. So as I got older, I started to realize that this doesn't make any sense. And it took until maybe I got out of school to kind of really understand that, that none of that made sense. I always knew who I was. I always felt comfortable as the Sue that I am. And people would see me now, and after we talk for a couple of minutes, they'd be like, "Oh my goodness, you're the same Sue." Like, yes, of course I am. Who do you want me to be? Like, you can improve on yourself. You can do all of that, but you still have to know the real you. Be real with yourself and live true to yourself. Don't live a lie. No matter how much cosmetics you have on your face, it's not going to hide who you are. You have that realness is going to come from within you. You have to always remember that that's what you're presenting to anybody when you encounter people. That inner you is going to shine. No matter how much L'Oreal, no matter how much Maybelline or CoverGirl or what is the other one for dark skinned ladies, Black Opal or whatever you wear, none of that is going to hide the real you. So what energy are you bringing out? What energy are you shining when you are meeting other people? Self-esteem is very noticeable. High self-esteem versus low self-esteem. So if you meet a person and someone is like, "Hi, hello, how are you?" and they look you directly in the eye, you shake hands and you're like, "I'm fine, it's a good day, isn't it?" Blah blah blah. You can see that energy is reciprocal. It's of a higher vibration. It's a good feeling thing. They connect. They feel like they are bonding at the moment. It's not like repelling each other, because you go to a person and you say, "Hi, how are you doing?" Blah blah, and they're like, "Hi." Their head is down. They're like, they barely want to put their hand out to touch you because they're not into people. You're gonna feel uncomfortable as hell. You're gonna be awkward. You're gonna be like, you're gonna cut that shit short. You'd be like, "No, okay, like, yeah, well, I hope you feel better, take care." Bye. So don't let things that, let's just say, have no importance affect your energy, because you are in control of your energy. Don't give away your power to other people, okay, to control your energy. Sometimes I remember I had an old boss, right? And this woman, every time you go to work every morning, you can tell just what kind of night she had before, because by the way she walks in the door. And you're all the way at the back office, and because I used to work alongside of her, I was her assistant, and you could hear her shoes literally coming. You can say, "Okay, yeah, she's feeling good. Today's gonna be a good day." Yeah, like, she's like, "Toot toot 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 toot. Hey, morning, everybody. Hey." Then on a Wednesday, like today, Wednesday, oh my gosh, horrible. Wednesday is horrible. You hear? No. Like, okay, wow. What time is lunch again? 4 more hours. It's gonna be a long day. So don't let people affect you like this. Don't let people be able to read you and analyze you like this. Your self-esteem, faking it until you make it is not so much being fake, okay? Faking it until you make it, is not being fake. It is actually pretending to feel whatever it is that you wish to feel, trying your best to feel it real now, and then it becomes real. Like magic, it becomes real. So giving away your power is like, that's a sign of weakness. Don't let people get to you like that, where other people can read you and say, "Oh yeah, it's not my fault he cussed you like dirt last night." Like, no disrespect at all, I'm just saying, because this is true for so many people. Like, you can hear, you can tell, you say, "Oh," even teachers, oh, definitely teachers, when they had a bad day, a bad night, or a bad day before. So don't let that happen. Being a master of your mind is so much dependent upon that, being able to fake it until you make it. And that's what making it is actually it becoming real, because you're not even going to be aware when it happens. One morning you're just going to get up and you're going to be happy. You're going to be like, it's a good day, isn't it? Yes, it is, because you've told yourself this for 365 prior days. So now your brain is like, oh, you don't have to say it for a whole year before you believe it, before you start to believe it, because habits are formed in, like they say, like 3 weeks, like 21 days. So 21 days of telling yourself every morning that it's a good day, that I'm beautiful, that I am blessed, that I am the hottest shit out there, like, not don't call yourself shit. Like the hottest thing, like that kiss the green grass, okay? Whose feet get to kiss the green grass. If you tell yourself this long enough, you're going to believe it. You're going to believe it. And that's not being fake. That's not really even faking it, because you are awesome. You are amazing. You are beautiful. You are strong, powerful, rich, wealthy, all of that good stuff, prosperous, abundant. You are already. Don't let the world fool you. And this is what causes our low self-esteem. We see all these tricks like happening to people, like they're just gimmicks, okay? The Western world is full of gimmicks. The biggest gimmick is to fool you into thinking that you're nothing, that you're not gonna be anything, that you're less than, that you're, hustling, struggling, or whatever. You're not. Tell yourself better things than that, man. Don't listen to what they have to say. These eyes, ears, nose, mouth, I say this all the time. Like, these are just to help you to feel your way around, to navigate this physical world. You don't have to believe everything that they tell you that they are inputting. Okay? The mind is the most powerful thing we have. You input what you want it to see, feel, hear, smell, taste, touch, feel, yeah. Self-esteem. You're not going to have high self-esteem if you're around comparing yourself to other people. If you're like, oh, well, I'll never be that slim. Oh, look at her, I just wish I could be. You are your own awesome creation. You are a masterpiece. She's a masterpiece, maybe in your eyes, maybe in the magazine's eyes, the network's eyes. But in your own eyes, that's what you are, the network. That's how I look at things. And people will call me like my husband. Sometimes I confuse him so much that he's like, okay, you are the flipping network, okay? You are the one who's inputting, who are allowing the input and the output. That's what the network does, doesn't it? Does that make me a psychopath for saying that? No, hell no, it does not. I mean, if you aren't, then what are you? Anyways, sometimes our self-esteem is messed up from a very early age, and we have to take very strong steps to correct that, to undo the damage that's been done from we were children and stuff like that. Like people calling me black and stuff when I was growing up, like so many people, and these are people who are like blue and they're calling me dark blue. Like, this is so stupid. This is a part of the gimmick. Like, you have to really, really understand the truth for what it is. Don't run away from it. There's a saying, like, oh gosh, I'm supposed to write that down somewhere. Nothing can be changed without it being faced. Yeah. Everything that you face, you can't change, but nothing can change until it's faced. And your self-esteem is one of those things. You have to face it. You have to say, okay, yeah, that did hurt. I do feel damaged or somewhat, offended by certain things that may have happened. But you have to face that, and you have to actually come to terms with that in order to deal with it properly, and then release it. Release it. Release it. Don't hold on to it any longer after you've done that realization. Let it go, please. And this is where it gets hard for a lot of people, because they feel like, I don't even know where to start. How do I start repairing my self-esteem? You start by learning yourself, understanding yourself, spending more time with yourself, loving yourself, pampering yourself, taking care of yourself, eating well, exercising, bettering and improving yourself. And that's when you're going to start to feel a stronger sense of who you are, self-worth and self-value. Anyway, guys, just thought I'd drop this here. It's a good topic. Thumbs up if you like. Subscribe if you like. I just want you to know that, you're awesome. Until I come back with the next video, peace out and blessed be.